The UK economy is moving further into deflation. The cost of living saw the biggest drop since records began more than 50 years ago. Falls in house prices, energy and food bills are to blame. Well, our chief economics correspondent Hugh Pym is here to tell us more. Hugh.
Yes, we haven't seen anything like this before, certainly since modern records began. The Retail Prices Index, one of the main measures of the cost of living, fell by 1.2% in the year to April. That means negative inflation. Housing was one of the biggest factors, with mortgage payments a lot lower. Electricity costs also came down over the year, and a cheap gas bill played its part too. Sounds good if you're a consumer, but not so good if you're one of the increasing number of workers whose wages are being held back. This interior design and furnishing shop in Norwich is one example of what's happening to prices and pay in the recession. Trading is tough, so the owners told staff they won't get a wage rise this year.
In the current climate, because we're having to offer bigger discounts in store, that's affecting our turnover, and in turn, whether we stay in business or not, we're not able to offer staff pay rise this year to accommodate that.
For workers, the pay freeze won't be easy, but at least prices of some everyday goods and services are falling.
Well, although prices are falling, because we're not getting a pay increase this year, that's sort of not really being any great benefit. It's just sort of evening things out a little bit so that you can still sort of trot along and, manage really.
Some major businesses like JCB have imposed a pay freeze on staff this year. BT is another to hold wages at the same levels as last year, and Royal Mail has warned staff to expect no pay rise. There's been a marked increase in the numbers of employers holding pay growth to zero.
The people who've had pay freezes are largely in engineering, manufacturing, some amongst lorry drivers, and it's where the workforce is willing to accept a pay freeze in order that there are fewer redundancies or no redundancies at all.
But there's another measure of the cost of living, the Consumer Prices Index. That's showing inflation still at 2.3%, above the Bank of England's target. The recession's also taken its toll on other employers too.
Hugh, thank you very much. Now, the recession has, as Hugh was saying, taken its toll on one of